welcome back to the colouring zone. My name's Helena. So today I thought I would do a colouring chat. I am going to be working out of Rita Berman's travel around Europe postcard book. So guys, I am so sorry, it has been really manic here. Lots of changes have been happening, which is why I've not been posting as regularly as what I would like. So it has been 3 weeks since my last sort of update. I am hoping that I am back now. I've sorted my house out, we've painted, decorated, and yeah, we are getting our house on the market. So anyway, I will go in more into detail about that. How are all you guys doing? What have you been colouring lately? I've got a stack of books next to me ready to film my completed pages for February and March, so it will be combined, so look out for that video. Yeah, and anyway, the page I have chosen is this one here. I just thought it's so summery, and I thought I'd keep it really simple because it's been a while since I've last filmed. So I'd keep it simple for myself, just use pencils, maybe some gel pens, which is why I've got my teaser case here. And yeah, and I can just sort of chat to you. And yeah, anyway, so I'm not going to say what the names are. I mean, there are only 24 in the Derwent Chromaflow, which are now available, I believe, on Amazon UK. So there's only 24 in this set, as far as I'm aware. I think the plan is maybe to, if they do well, to bring more out. But anyway, so what colour am I wanting? I don't even know whether I've even got 24. That's a Black Widows. That's just sort of in there. I think it might have been because I was blending it with this colour, probably. They look like they're quite close. So anyway, so do you know what? I think I might do the ice cream first because I want it to be quite a delicate colour. So I might have to blend some colours actually. It's going to test me, this. So anyway, I'm gonna start off with this one. I want it to be like a sort of a mint sort of green. So I'm gonna mix in some greens and then some blue on top. Should we just see how it goes? Yeah, I'm thinking like pastel-y sort of colours for this page. Not quite what I was looking for, but we'll go with it and see how it turns out. So anyway, how are all of you doing? I am starting a new job next week. So it's Saturday that I'm filming this. It is the 2nd of April. And I am going to be starting a new job. It is more hours, but I'm hoping because it's closer to home that it means that I can work from home more. Obviously, I do go out and see patients. But yeah, so I'm starting my new job on Monday. But the bigger news is that I'm not going to be there very long because me and my husband have finally made a decision. It has been a long process of making a decision of whether to move closer to family. So we left the city that we met in, where all of our family are from and live, in 2016. And we decided for my uni degree, but we decided to stay here after my degree. We bought a house, we got married in 2019. Anyway, so we've been up here for a while now, and I just feel that we need the family support with a little, child, a young child. I've been finding it really difficult. And my husband has too, but he just loves the area we live in. But yeah, I was chatting to my mother-in-law when we went down to visit them, and yeah, I just explained to her that I was really not happy and that I wanted to be closer. So my sisters have older children, but they also have children that are similar ages to Bowen. So I'm sort of, I just feel like, you know, he's missing out really. So I feel like, oh, it's because I'm doing it hard. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, he could be getting so much more rather than, and you know, like we visit every couple of months, but actually it's not really enough, because 2 months to a baby is a long time, isn't it? I'm just going to zoom you in, guys, sorry. I just zoomed you in there. I hope the lighting's okay. Yeah, so I've come to the realization that actually it is in all of our best interest to move back. But it's taken my husband quite a long time to sort of like come round to the idea. And it's a big decision, so of course, you know, we need to talk about it, we need to debate, and you know, we were talking about buying a bigger property because it is feeling particularly small now. We live in a 2-bedroom. It's a big 2-bedroom house, but yeah, no, it's feeling very, very tight now. We've got all of the baby stuff, and those who've got children, I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. And actually, even people that don't have children, I'm sure you can imagine. You know, you might have friends and family that have got young children too. So yeah, it's, you know, it is challenging, and it takes a village to raise a child, not just, you know, us. And because my son's been poorly quite a few times, it means that, you know, it's all on us. We don't have anyone to support us. So even though we've got each other, you know, there's only so much that we can give each other, isn't there? You have to have that other support from family members, you know. Yeah, so anyway, so, you know, my husband was saying to me, well, you know, I can look after you, and I can look after you know, our son. And it's just like, yeah, but it's not like when he's poorly and stuff, all he wants is, you know, as we all know, all we want is our mums, don't we? And he, you know, but I need looking after. Like, I'm obviously more than happy to look after my son, but it's, yeah, I feel like I really need the support in place. And I think my husband does too. I've noticed that he does ring his parents a lot more than he ever has since our son's been born. So I think in his own way, he is needing that like, you know, communication. But it's just not the same, is it, on WhatsApp or FaceTime. So anyway, I can hear my son crying. My husband's going up to see him. I did say that I was going to film. So, oh, he's really upset, bless him. I don't know whether you're going to be able to hear that. Oh dear. Yeah, we've had quite a busy day today. We've had the photographer around to get pictures of our property because we're putting it on the market, which is quite exciting. We've decorated throughout, and oh my god, isn't it easier to decorate when your house is empty rather than full of furniture and things? It's just been like absolute chaos. My parents have been very, very kind and helping us do it, because otherwise it just wouldn't happen. What colour am I going to do the dripping? I was thinking pink. Do you know what? I am going to go with pink because it's a contrasting colour, isn't it? And I can add a bit of white if it's a bit too, you know, saturated, I suppose. So yeah, it's just been really, really chaos. So I was obviously poorly, and that took weeks. I think I might have spoken about it. I can't even remember whether I spoke about it much in my update video. But it was really horrible. I mean, it wasn't COVID. I have had COVID twice. But I was just really, really ill with a chest infection. So, yeah, they did end up giving me steroids and 2 sets of different antibiotics, because the first one didn't do anything. And yeah, I have actually had an inhaler as well, so which has helped, but I am all better now, so that's really good. And I got it took me a while to get my energy back, which has been really, really hard. So yeah, lots of changes, but you know, I think we are going to be so much better off. So we've decided that we're going to move back, and you know, we've been given an opportunity from my in-laws to buy part of their property. So they would be like effectively like silent owners. And I mean, their property is like just amazing. It's beautiful. It's a 4-bedroom semi-detached bungalow, and it's, well, it's 4-bed. It's got a massive garden, and they've put a lot of money in it over the years, over the last like 5 years or so, to make it open plan. And I mean, you know, the house is beautiful in itself, but location wise, it's about 10-minute walk away from the beach, which, you know, can't really beat that, can you? So yeah, it's an amazing opportunity. So we're going to jump at the chance. And actually, I think that's what's persuaded my husband to like even like entertain the idea of moving back, because he sees it as a step in like going backwards. It's a step in the wrong direction, is how he sort of is seeing it. But I don't even know what that is, to be honest. There is like a ringing. Maybe it's my husband's phone. 2 seconds, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I am back. There was like a phone going off. It sounded like a phone. But I just said to my husband that, you know, I could hear vibrating. And he was holding his phone, so I was like, well, it can't be that. We don't actually know what it was. It might have been the Alexa upstairs, but anyway. So yeah, so I have moved the camera, so it might be at a slightly different angle. But anyway, so as I was saying, I don't even know what I was saying, guys, I'm not gonna lie. So I had my interview for my new job, and this was before me and my husband we were looking at properties where we lived, where we live currently, and they are just so expensive. And that made me realise that actually I don't think I want to live here anymore. It's a very expensive area, and actually, why do I want to pay so much money for a 3-bedroom house, which isn't much bigger than the property that we're currently living in, and pay all that money and all the fees and stuff when we still don't have family close? So I then booked some viewings for where our family lives, and yeah, it was just, you know, we had a look at places, and my husband was really not very happy about it, and you know, we were very much on different pages, to be honest, which was it's not nice, is it? One of my family members was like, yeah, you need to go on Love It or list it with Kirsty and Phil, people in America, or like people around the world, it's basically, it's a UK program that's based on, you know, like, it's love it or list it. So it's couples that can't decide where they want to live, so whether they want to stay in the property, and they make changes to it with Kirsty and Phil's input, and then they decide whether they're actually going to stay or whether they're going to move, and then they make the decision at the end of the program, and they say whether they're going to love it or list it, which I thought was quite funny. And Sean was like, definitely not, we're not doing that. Yeah, my husband was like, yeah, we're not doing that. Anyway, so I'm just going to put some white on this because I feel like I've done it a bit too sort of orangey, and I just want to get some highlights. I absolutely love this pencil. Does that look all right? I'm not going for perfection, guys, as you can probably tell. This is quite laid back sort of colouring. I'm not going to stress too much about colours and things, because things have been, you know, things have been really quite stressful. So this is like my me time with you guys. So yeah, I'm really happy that they're taking the pictures. I was really stressing over it. But he was saying, yeah, we can edit that out and edit this out. And it feels really like we've pretty much moved house, because we've had to take everything out and put it back. So it does feel like, you know, we've had to pack everything up for decorating and then put it back. So it's difficult. It'd be so much easier if the house was actually empty. So I mean, at my mother and father-in-law's property, we don't need to decorate. I mean, they decorate like every few years. They're quite good at that. Me and my husband, not so much. We're like, well, he doesn't really like DIY stuff, and I've got a bit better. And my dad has taught me he's taught me quite a few things actually now. But my husband's just not interested in learning about it, which is fair enough, whereas I am. So I just think it's going to save us money. And there's little things that we can do to maintain the property as well. And I just feel like we've neglected a bit, which is why so much needed to be done. I mean, it's not like a state or anything, but it's not in the best, it wasn't in the best shape. It's a very, very light house, which is, you know, that's you know what people are looking for, isn't it? I'm just putting some of the white down here. And then what am I going to do with this bit? That bit there. I could do it a lighter colour, couldn't I? Maybe if I reuse some of these. And then I can put like glaze or something, like a clear glaze over the top of it, maybe. And there's also sprinkles. I'm not going to worry about them. I might just go over them with some gel pen. So yeah, it's been a bit of a journey these last, like, you know, few weeks, or like a month and a bit, however long it's been. So I was poorly, and then shortly after, my son, actually it was sort of overlapped a little bit. So my son was poorly. I realised that he was really struggling with his breathing, and I'm there counting his respiratory rate, and I'm thinking, I don't even know what it's meant to be. I know what it is for an adult, what it's meant to be and what the parameters are, but I don't know what it is for a baby of his age. And it was over. I looked into it. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was absolutely exhausted, and he just would not settle. And then I took his baby girl off and realised that actually he was like, underneath his ribs, the muscles were like sucking in. That's how hard he was working. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So I rang 999, and I spoke with them, and they explained that they were really, really busy. I think it was a Thursday night perhaps. Yeah, I think it was. And they were like, you know, we recommend you taking him to the hospital. So we did that. And you know, he was running around, screaming at the nurses whenever, or crying when they went near him. Bless him. I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. It's quite a few interruptions. He did actually really hurt himself. He banged his chin on the corner of our television unit or cabinet. Bless him, but he's okay now. So yeah, I think I was saying about when we took our son to the A&E. So he was just running around, you know, doing his thing. You wouldn't think that he was actually poorly at all because he looked absolutely fine. And it was very, very sudden that he, you know, there was problems with his breathing. It's not like he had a cold or anything. It was quite odd. And I was just quite concerned how quick it was and thinking, well, what's going on? But they put him on an inhaler every 15 minutes and he hated it. And he had to do like pretty much 100 breaths with this mask over his nose and his mouth. So he was hysterical. And he was just fighting for dear life. And then I suppose I think about it and I think, well, you know, if someone was putting something over our nose and mouth, we would be fighting, and we didn't know what it was. We'd be fighting for life as well, wouldn't we? So it was really quite traumatic for everyone, for all of us. The nurses were very good. They were like, this, you know, this is what they're like at this age. You know, they don't, and even when they're a little bit older, they don't understand. So this is quite normal for him to react like this. But it just wasn't nice. Anyway, we did stay there the night, and they were giving him the inhaler, and then we had to continue that once we were home the following day. And it was just a bit of an ordeal for him. So now, every time he sees a healthcare professional in uniform and with PPE on, which is personal, oh God, what does it stand for? I really should know. I'm a healthcare professional. Personal protection equipment, PPE. He cries. He really, really cries. So, I just, you know, obviously I am a healthcare professional, so I do wear a uniform, but I don't have the PPE on, and obviously I'm his mummy, so, but yeah, he is very, very fearful of them now, which is such a shame. So, and I was thinking maybe I should get out my own PPE and try and like desensitize that, yeah, so it's like in a controlled environment, but I don't think it will have the same effect because they're people that he doesn't know. So anyway, so yeah, we've got a bit of a, hopefully we won't be going to any, you know, doctors or anything soon. He's meant to be having an operation, and it's like a routine operation, but it's needed, and he's been waiting a while for it. And unfortunately, they told me I think they told me about 3 days before, so it was really, really short notice. But I was just happy that we got the appointment through, because it's better for him to be young and not remember it than remember it and it be like traumatizing for him. So 3 days before he was meant to be having it, so the same day I had to take him to A&E because of his breathing. But yeah, so he was meant to be having that done on the Saturday, which didn't happen because obviously, you know, he was still on the inhaler and he was still actually like, you know, poorly. So it was cancelled, but we do need to get that rearranged. Yeah, so, you know, he is going to be going to that like outpatient day operation quite soon. Well, when they rearrange it anyway. Not really quite the right colour for this cherry. Maybe if I add a bit of purple. This is really like testing me. I was thinking, yeah, if I only use this many colours and it'll make it so much easier. But actually, no, because I don't have the right colours, do I? I think I do need a little bit of purple. There's no dark purple, I'm just going to use this. Yeah, so it's all been happening. It really has. It's just been one thing after the other. But I feel a lot better in myself with regards to our plans, where we're going to be, that we are moving, the house is going on the market, things are moving forward. I have had to pack a lot of my art stuff away. So unfortunately, guys, I know I promised that I would do it, and I will. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do like what do you call it? Like all of my, the last one I did was all of my watercolours. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. Because I have, as I said, I've had to put them in boxes because I've just got so much stuff. And with viewings, we need people to think that there's lots of space. And it's just not just filled with our stuff. So yeah, so for that purpose, that's the reason why a lot of it's been packed away. Don't get me wrong, I've still got a lot of things out. I've just got a lot of stuff. So yeah, I might do a bit of being a bit daring here. If I do some green and then just like layer a few things on top of it to try and get the brown, like a darker brown colour. Yes, so it's been very eventful these last couple of months. It really has. There has been one thing after the other. But hopefully now, I'm hoping that now we've got the plans in place and we know what we're doing, and we're not debating anymore. We've made that decision. And what we are planning to do, which might be of interest to some of you. And actually, if you guys have got any tips, I would be really, really grateful. So what we're planning to do is we are planning to use some of the equity in our property to make an outbuilding, which will be, like an art studio, my art studio, colouring studio, with a guest room and also a music studio, because it is a really, really large garden. So, and my mother and father-in-law are absolutely, the property is ours, even though they're 50% partners, it is ours, so we can make any changes we see fit. So, yeah, it's really exciting. We are planning to build, so I will have an actual designated space, which is just going to be incredible. So yeah, guys, if you've got your own, even if it's just in your house or something, and you've got your own little workspace, like, please let me know. Obviously with filming, I am conscious that, if it is a big open space, then it's going to be very, very echoey. So I do need to have a think about that. But if you've got any pointers, guys, if you're creators, then yeah, please let me know in the comments below. I'll be really, really grateful. What am I going to do next? I might do this lemon next, I think. So, yes, it's been quite an amazing journey, even though it's only been, since I've last filmed, it's only been a few weeks, but lots has changed. And yeah, I'm actually applying for, even though I'm only just starting my job on Monday, I'll be applying for jobs in where we're going to be relocating, where both of our families are from. So I am applying for jobs. I'm hoping to get a promotion, not out of choice. I didn't really want to be going for a promotion. I wanted to stay at the same banding that I'm now, but that's not possible because there are no posts that are similar to what I'm on now, which is sort of forcing me to go for a promotion, which is not really what I wanted to do. But we'll just go with it. And it means that we're going to have family really, really close by. They're like a 2-minute walk away. So my husband, I feel like my husband's still coming to terms with it a little bit. But I know that it is the right decision for all three of us. And at the moment, he can't completely see it because the area we currently live in, there's got a big music scene, and he is very much in that space, and he likes going to watch gigs, and you know, he likes that sort of thing. So moving away from that, and I'm just like, but the benefits far outweigh the negatives of staying. Does that make sense? Have I got that right way around? I hope I do. Yeah, so it's been a challenge, and I think because our son's been so up and down, being poorly, it's just really had like an impact. I mean, he's absolutely fine now, but it's just, you know, yeah, as I said, we need the support. And I do feel like my son is missing out, and I see how much he loves his, you know, our families, and you know, I want him to have that all the time, not just when we go down. You know? So yeah, it's I am going to be sad to go though, because we've been here for a long time, and close friends and things we have obviously spoken with, and you know, they're aware of it, and they are really sad as well, and I'm just like, oh. But it is the right decision, and I know it is, and I know I shouldn't say that because I should really wait until it's happened, but I know it is. It's just taken me a really long time to come to terms with it, and it's not even something that I spoke to my husband about because I was still sort of processing it myself. I think my son was probably about 6 months old when I started to really think about it, and yeah, it's just sort of, yeah, there's been a few things that have just sort of acted as a catalyst, and then I sort of came to the realisation that actually, it is going to be best for everyone. But anyway, it's turned into more of an orange, to be honest, but I'm happy with that. That doesn't matter. I was going to do it as lemon, but it's fine. I don't have the right colours. I probably do. I could mix them, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go with it. But yeah, I am really, really conscious of the fact that, you know, it's been such a long time, and I am really, really sorry, guys, and I hope you can all forgive me. But I am hoping to continue doing, you know, at least once a week. That is my intention. I'm hoping that things have settled down a little bit. We are planning to go away in this month, in the middle of the month. We're going up to the Lake District, which is very exciting. And yeah, so that will be really good. We're going to see family. So, and we've not seen them for quite a long time. It's my husband's family, extended family. But yeah, so it'll be lovely to see them, and it will be the first time that they meet Bowen. So yeah. How is it looking? Does it look all right? What do you think? I think it looks okay. And I suppose I can do some sprinkles and stuff, can't I? And I'm also going to do some gel pen on the little sprinkly bits. What do I want to do now? I could do another cherry, actually. Or I could start doing the background. Do you know what? I might just use this blue colour and just do... Shall I do that? Or shall I use pastels? I was thinking about using the Derwent... It's not a Derwent blender. It's a Tombow ABT water-based blender pen, which I've been using quite a lot and enjoying. If I just do it on like, oh, what's that? If I just do it here and then just see what it looks like. I suppose the best way of telling would be to let it dry. I can see it's blended it a little bit, but it's not as much as what I would like, I don't think. Don't know. I'm not sure about that. I might carry on and see how far I get. If I do some of these flowers, or I tell you what, let's do the bike. That's a good one to do. And do you know what? I am going to be doing this pink. I decided as soon as I saw it that I was going to be doing it pink. It's a shame I've got some crumbs on there. I haven't got my little brush with me. It's in the other room. It's sort of packed underneath the stairs. Well, because, as I said, we had the photographer coming. So I was like, right, we need to put all of our stuff away out of sight, because photos, people study the photos, don't they? I suppose when they're here viewing it, it's you know, it depends on where your eye is drawn to, doesn't it? But in photos you've got that time to really look. I love this colour. Can you tell? It's really it's getting really short. It's like the shortest one. So do many of you have these Derwent Chromaflow pencils? And if so, what do you think of them? Would you recommend them? Do you think they're worth it? Cost-wise? Do you hope that they come out with more? I really do. I really hope they come out with more. I hope there's a demand for it. I really do. So my completed pages, I was going through all of my books before I started filming, and I thought I'd coloured quite a lot, and then I realised I haven't really. I mean, the stack is quite big. If I look at it, I think it's about 15 books, but I've done quite a few pages out of one of them in particular, so that might be sort of why it looks like less, maybe. What colour should this one here be? Do you know what? I think I might do that blue to match in with this one. Yeah, I think that would look alright, wouldn't it? If I do... Sorry, I'm tilting it slightly. I need to do this bit as well. A bit under here. And then I need to fill these in. What I've been really enjoying doing lately, actually, is using fine liners. I've been using the Arteza ones a lot to outline things, or like to add dots or dashes or something to indicate darkness, which is quite fun. Yeah, I have coloured a couple of pictures from this book, the full-size book rather than the postcard version. I wasn't really very happy with the first page that I did, so I ended up doing the page directly next to it that I never thought I would actually, I never thought I'd do it, and yeah, it was the second page I coloured, so that was funny. And I'm just gonna add some of this blush pink, it's called. It's quite a nice colour. And then what I might do is, rather than going with the salmon colour, I might just add some white, just to really lighten it up in the centre. Yeah, the weather's been so strange where I am. It's been, so it was really sunny, and it was like 21 degrees. And then only a week later, it was like half sleet, half sort of snow. And it was just like really bizarre, really bizarre. So yeah, it's quite unpredictable. And we've planted loads of flowers, and I was thinking, oh God, am I gonna have to cover all of them? and I haven't. They do seem okay, but it did get quite cold actually in the last couple of days. But because it was so cold, I couldn't then paint our front door, like repaint it, which was a shame. So that's gonna have to wait until it's a bit warmer, because I think that can have an effect on the overall finish. If it's too cold, then it's probably not going to look very good. I'm just using the white pen to sort of burnish. As I said, guys, I'm not like stressing over this at all. Yeah, I quite like that. So my phone's actually going to die very, very shortly. So I'm going to leave it there. But thank you very much for watching, guys. This is just I say quick. It's been I think it's been quite a long video. But anyway, it is lovely to catch up with you. And please leave your comments down below. I do read every single one of them. I am just really rubbish at sometimes being quick to respond. And you know, that's just me. I'm not the type of person to sort of like text people. I tend to ring them. So I'm a bit out of touch with, like, you know, writing things on my phone. So I'm not, like, you know, quick to respond. Even when someone texts me, I'm not quick to respond at all. So my family and friends, they tend to ring me because they know that I'll answer and I'll talk to them about it. But anyway, it is lovely to see you. I really, really missed you guys. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please comment down below, as I said, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I do really, really appreciate it, guys. We have now hit over 2,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing, and I will be doing something to mark the occasion because I have missed it. So anyway, yes, so I shall speak to you really soon. Take care and happy colouring. Bye.